How is everybody doing? Today is July 28th. I'm back up here in the Oakwood Cemetery in Syracuse, New York, and we're going to do a walking tour. We're in section 62, as you saw on the tree stump over there. We're going to start over here. There's an interesting above ground entombment. This is Mary Ellen King. Just before I started filming, this for some reason caught my attention. I tried to look up some information on Google. I could not find anything, but something tells me that this right here may be a missed opportunity. If anybody knows who Mary Ellen King is, she was born 1867 until 1927. And over here, we're going to come over here and we're going to pay some homage to people in this area. Right here we have Vincent Rinaldo, 1910 until 1926. And right next to him is Alfonso Rinaldo, born 1916 until 1929. I'm thinking maybe Ronaldo and Ronaldo may be family. Sometimes people change the spelling of their names for one reason or another throughout their ancestry. I don't know much about that. You would have to look more into that on Google or maybe YouTube or maybe Reddit. I don't know. I don't do Reddit, so I know nothing of that. But it was an idea. Here we have Hattie Lanfear Cole, 1861 until 1944. And right next to her is Frederick E. Cole, born 1867 until 1929. Next to Frederick is Paul Irvin Lennox, born 1876 until 1929. And right here we have Edward F., born 1965. Let's see what his last name is there. So this is Edward F. Pope, born 1865 until 1929. Right here we have Frank A. Pope with a C, not a K, born 1874 until 1965. Here we have Lily K. Guillemette. I believe that would be how you pronounce that. If I'm wrong, please correct me. She is a mother. She was born 1962 and passed away in 1928. So we're here at an Andrew Carnegie styled headstone. This is not Andrew Carnegie, as we are only in Syracuse, New York. I am unsure of where he is buried at the moment, but I do remember what his headstone looks like. So, but this one belongs to Smith, right here. And Smith is buried right next to King. So, just before we really get into it, I want to let you know how you get in here. We are in section 62, and right behind me, you see the Lyman mausoleum. That was in my last video. That was in the Winston Churchill grandparents, Aurora and Isaac Jerome. It was in that video. And right here on that tree stump, you'll see the right there. That's where the marker for section 62 is. But you come in off the main road, and right to your immediate left, you will see the entombment of Mary Ellen King. If you know anything more about her, leave a comment and let's go check out her grave. We have the Stevensons. Here's the patriarch of the family. And right here we have Emma Stevenson Kiplinger. Loyal wife, devoted mother, born 1885, passed away 1967. Right there. Right next to her we have Edgar Croucher Stevenson, born 1862. He also was a Freemason, and he passed away in 1925. Here we have Emma Loretta, beautiful name, with the last name Stevenson, 1863, and she passed away in 1949. And right next to Emma Loretta we have Edgar Lawrence Stevenson. So possibly relation to Edgar Stevenson, 2 stones down. Right here, he was born 1895. Again, here is the Freemason symbol, and he passed away in 1980. Here we have Edward Lebo. He was born 1868. Passed away in 1948. And we move catty corner over here to Briggs and King. Here lies John Briggs, born March 21st, 1937, passed away February 10th, 1912. He was married to Kathy M. Briggs, born 1953, and I'm assuming this would be their son. This is Nicholas C. King, November 24th, 1980. So there's a King here, and then there's Mary Ellen King up in that location there, right? So maybe there's a connection to, well, it's right there, to Mary Ellen King, to Kathy Briggs King. I'm going to have to look a little deeper into that story. Here we are at the headstone of Ernest E. Barfoot, born 1884 until 1966. Buried next to him would be his wife. She was born in 1885 to 1967. Let's go take a walk around here. Here is William W. Britcher, born August 19th, 1967, and there is no death date for Mr. Britcher. Right here, this headstone is kind of what caught my eye. Over in the other section, when I first came in, I did a Briggs King headstone, and I did an above ground single mausoleum with the name Mary Ellen King. And there's Briggs Brown here, and then there's King Briggs, and then there's Mary Ellen King. So I'm thinking there may be a missed opportunity here, so I'm going to take advantage of it as much as I can. This is the headstone of Briggs and Brown, and as we were walking up from the Barfoot headstone, you may have seen there's nothing really written on the back of it. But my theory is there might be a connection between Briggs Brown, King Brown, and Mary Ellen King. We're walking down maybe 200 feet over to our next headstone, and I believe this headstone, which is in section 52, right behind that tree marker where it says the number 52, you will see a gorgeous headstone. And if I'm not mistaken, this could be made out of cast iron or maybe brass. I'm not really sure, but we're going to take a look at it. And we're going to take that in just for a second. This is a Elk's Rest. I'm not really sure if it's an actual monument, a headstone, attributing a life well lived, but we are going to check it out. Here is the Elk's Rest. The gift of Miles C. Henkel to Syracuse Lodge, POE31. B POE31 as a tribute to his mother Eliza H. Hinkle. That is an awesome gift. I wouldn't mind going into the afterlife knowing I had a beautiful gift like this. And right behind them, we have A.G. Sage. And over here, we have what looks to be starting to fade away type text. This is A. Carroll, died November 12th, 1869, aged 17 years and 8 months. Wow, man, you were really young. And over here we have Albert G. Sage, born 1821 until 1887. Beneath him is Harriet D. Sage, born 1821, passed away 1895. Carol A. Sage, born 1852, passed away in 1869. Edward F. Sage, 1854 until 1866. And the last and not ever least, we have Ella J. Sage from 1850 until 1853, the youngest of the Sage family. Here is J. Elvira, died May 18th, 1853, aged only 3 years and 3 days. Underneath her is Edward F., died July 18th, 1863, and aged only 14 years and 3 months. There's an interesting story going on here, for sure. This is the Albert G. Sage, buried with his family. Here we have a World War II veteran by the name of James I. Brown. He was a RM2 U.S. Navy World War II vet. He was born March 20, 1928 until July 19th, 2019. Right here we have the Meehan headstone. This is the headstone of Pearl and James D. Meehan. He was born 1890, passed away in 1969. His wife was Pearl E., born 1894 until 1974. And here we have Robert W. Colvin, born 1860, and went by the name Robert W. Colvin, and he passed away in 1943. With him is his wife, Jane Meacham, born 1855 until 1934. We have a street here in Syracuse, and I will look a little deeper into where the name Colvin came from for the street here in Syracuse. And if I'm not mistaken, this person has a connection to the street, which has connections to many different people. Alright, so we're over here in section 71, and I'm just about to wrap it up. I want to thank everybody for tuning in, taking your time. And it is now time to tune out. Before I go, please like, share, and subscribe.